The world of fantasy tabletop wargaming is a hellish landscape filled with crying wallets and far too many choices, which for most could lead to a headache that screams, nope, I can't do this, causing us to get on with our lives and actually spend our days in the outside world. But if you're anything like me, that idea is beyond us, and we will get this hobby of ours rolling no matter what. And with that, my family and I gathered around the round table, being dramatic, it was the dining room at my father's house, and joined our minds to jump into the world of Mordheim, a Warhammer based skirmish game from the past. But whether you want to jump into that or just another skirmish game in general, maybe even D&D bits and pieces, there are architects of plastic, forgers of resin, PVC savants, and a guy called Steven with his 3D printer. Either way you swing it, the internet is full of people creating pieces of art out there that you can lump onto a table and have a damn good time with. And I am here to guide you through some of the products we got together to begin our journey into wargaming. So take my hand, grab a pen, roll some dice and sip your favourite beverage as I talk about all the things you can use to begin your own journey. Now, when playing your war games and skirmishes, you are more than welcome to bring your battles to the oaken surface of your favourite dinner table. But if you are fancying a bit of immersion or just the world's most coolest rugs, don't step on these. There is a game mat. These are essentially the art beneath your structures and figures that can simulate any kind of environment, maybe a river, sewer or forest. For our particular skirmish game, we needed a dark fantasy townscape, and that is where we found ourselves in the capable hands of P-Work Wargames. This site provides a plethora of different game mats, terrains and accessories for wargaming in general. Our purchase from this place was the Dark Berg set, which with the magical power of editing, I will now show you. Wow, look at that. The site offers lots of ways to customise your order. The material for our particular one was the rubber. There is of course vinyl, which is cheaper, but quality wise you cannot argue with how the rubber looks. With its heavier weight and foam padding, it is ideal when you are placing your world upon it. The one you see here is a 6 foot by 4 foot size put onto a wooden board we got cut from our local B&M. I suggest you do the same if your table needs an extra bit of space. Now, it's all good having a floor, but no good floor was ever truly complete without something to sit upon its cobblestone streets, and we hit the jackpot with these. You may already be familiar with the Battle Systems website that kind of specialises in these sort of things, but if you haven't, let me show you what is in store. What you see before you is a town built of the Battle Systems scenery. They are great for 28mm to 32mm figurines. More on that in a bit. And all modular, letting you mix and match their different pieces with one another. Most are compatible, and you can personalise your own town, and not only that, they don't look half bad either. Online you can find a good hefty chunk of this kit for a good price with the Kickstarter edition, if in stock. But fret not, if there is none left, then their website holds a treasure trove of buildings, ruins, decorations and miscellaneous pieces for both indoor and outdoor spaces. For our particular setup we have the following: the Fantasy Dungeon Kickstarter edition, which comes from the bits and pieces from their Kickstarter campaign, including the stretch goals that I'll show on screen here. What's more, they are coloured prints, so no painting required, and as I said before, they are all modular. Then we have the Ruined Monastery, a beautiful set, perfect for a splash of heresy and cultish activity, for those swings around an altar when orc and possessed go to war. And finally, just to make it look like a village, there is the village ruins. The rooftops and alleyway pieces are from that particular set, and they complete the look of a village perfectly, giving it that street vibe for close range combat. And last but certainly not least, you need your warbands, your armies, your goons, minions. Whatever name you decide to give them, they need a look, and Etsy has a bunch of those aforementioned artists producing these buggers in the thousands. As much as I'd love to cover every one of these talented individuals, I can only vouch for those we have bought so far. Now, there are a total of 4 of us playing, so that is 4 armies. We will start with mine. Why? Well, because mine are obviously the coolest. Orc Boys, Warbringers, Teeth Smashers. I was the first to buy, so I confess I went a bit mad in purchasing these. As to be honest, I hadn't the foggiest what I was getting, but one thing is for certain, I love orcs. These lads here are the orcs I use in my particular army. They are from a company called Beowulf Minis Printing, namely their avatars of Warstock, which included these fine fellows. They fit perfectly with our terrain as they are 30mm size. They come pre-assembled and are very good for money. I got them for £24.50 and I was not disappointed. Of course I got these big lads too. They are from the official Games Workshop set. Forgive me, I'm not too fruity with the lore, but they are the Orc Boys. I used 2 of them as they're just the perfect size for the heroes. As much as I'd love just big burly green anger on legs, we have goblin henchmen up front. These little guys were on spruce. They required a bit of assembly, super glue namely, mainly on my fingers. They look bloody brilliant and are perfect fodder for the mob. Army numero 2 is my father's. He is the ankle-gnawing, Hubie-hating Skaven. And just like my goblins, they come from the Vae Victor set from Terrain Forge Studios. This particular set are the sewer stalkers that come in a set of 10-time modular rats, which you see here, or 6 pre-built rats. We like to customise ours, so modular was the best bang for our buck. They feature a roguish look with hooded vermin brandishing vicious steel and gnawing teeth. But all good warbands need variety, and so from the same set are the modular Ratmen miniatures Sewer Stalker clan. They have the same vibe but are perfect to add a few more customisations and weapon sets. And I'm sure I'm missing something. Wait, what was that? Oh, right. The overgrown version of the already overgrown rats, the Rat Ogre. These 3 particular models, rather than coming from Etsy or another online store, came from a specific magazine that I believe does these figures every month. Army number 3, the Possessed, a bunch of cultists with a pandemic on their hands. And I'm not talking about the bubonic plague here, no, I'm talking chaos possession. If armies with a third nipple or tentacles for hands are what you seek, then once again give a round of applause to Vae Victors for their modular cultist miniatures pack. In similar fashion to the rat people, the cultists are beautifully made and better yet modular, so they're able to be put into all kinds of poses and given all kinds of weapons. For a supplement of extra troops, Magori miniatures from Terrain Forge Studio, and despite being a different set, the quality is just great. They fit perfectly with these questionable looking troops. Last but not least are the Witch Hunters. Another band, but rather than being freaks of nature, green, angry men, or rat people, these people are as normal as you're going to get, and they have a variable hate for the magic and the wonderful. And there's a few places you can get these from. My mate, Luke, he has gone out and bought them off Punga Miniatures. Here's a list of them now. They come with a set of Zealots, Flagellants, a Witch Hunter Captain, Warhounds, Priest, and Witch Hunters, which is just a great preset warband if you don't want to go shopping about. And to top it off, he wanted a little bit of a unique hero. All these warbands, I think, at least most of them, can hire some sort of mercenary, and the Witch Hunters can hire halflings, and so he got one that seems to be dressed up in cosplay. It's wicked anyway. It looks absolutely wonderful, and this comes from the Troll Trader, which I believe was bought on eBay. I will put it up here. Oh, I did forget something. I did. Skaven have sort of a underdeveloped cousin, the Giant Rat. They were bought from another company on Amazon. No, Forged Terrain. They were bought from Forged Terrain. Phew. There we have it. Our starter collection for Mordheim. thank you for sticking on through my commentary. It should be noted we are new into this hobby ourselves, and this video was born of a desire to share our enthusiasm with you guys, and if we could do a good deed and bring some artists into the light, then we love that too. All the products mentioned in this video will have links available at the bottom, whether it's the specifics we have shown here today, or you need something more, browse to your heart's content. There is so much stuff to nerd over here, and I doubt this will be our last spend, as we have a habit of killing into these things for years. So go out, have a good time, paint some minis and declare some war. I have been your host Brendan from Fletcher's Foundry, and I look forward to nerding out with you again. See ya.